Hello, I'm Susan, and welcome to this practice that focuses on relieving perimenopausal and menopausal symptoms from females 40 years plus. I recommend that you have a bolster nearby to support yourself as we hold some asanas and possibly some blocks as well, so you can modify as needed. This is an advanced beginner class, and so my expectation is that you're aware with the alignment of the poses and what is too deep and not too deep. This class is therapeutic because the poses will be held for about 3.5 minutes to maybe 3 minutes 45 seconds. The typical yin class will hold poses from about 2 to 3 minutes, so we can really start to nourish the tissues with moisture, the fascia, the connective tissues, the joints, and lubricate those tissues and really start to balance the cool and heating element within the body. That's how we're going to gain beneficial results from a regular yin yoga practice if you are transitioning through perimenopause or menopause. Within each pose, I'm going to put just a highlight on the screen that tells you what meridian we are working along. We're going to be mainly working along the kidney meridian, which is essential for essence, chi, or ojas as they describe it in Ayurveda. So we'll be starting on our backs and we're going to be positioning our bolster. We'll be coming into a saddle pose. I have an app I'm going to start that will ding every 4 minutes so we can transition into a new pose. So getting your bolster, and you're going to be separating your ankles slightly wide to your hips, and I recommend at first coming back onto the forearms and just checking in to see how you feel here. You're going to be feeling some deep stretching along the quadriceps, the knees, possibly the ankles, and the goal is to be as still as possible so we can move beyond the muscle into the deeper connective tissues, fascia, and joints. I'm going to move my bolster down more towards my lumbar spine. I'm going to hold here. And when ready, I'm going to lean back onto my bolster. I'm supporting my neck. My head and neck is in alignment with my spine. And finding where my arms are comfortable. For some people, it could be a T. Others, it could be arms overhead or by the side. But just position your arms where it's comfortable on your back. This is a deep pose for the first yin pose of the class. Awareness on your breath, inhaling through the nose deep into the belly, exhaling through the nose. I'm going to recommend long, smooth breaths to cool the body versus ujjayi breath, which can heat the body up because we're trying to be passive, yin, cool, dark, damp. Awareness on the breath to keep your mind still. Remembering to move in a pain-free range. If you feel any pain within the poses, please modify or come out of the pose into a pose that you feel is more suitable for you. If the mind starts to get jumpy as you go deeper into your connective tissues, you can count the breathing. So you can inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 4, and that will help keep you still in your body. Letting the pose do its work on those deeper connective tissues. My wood stove is running, so you might hear some pops and cracks now and then in the background. Slowly transitioning up, coming back onto the forearms. And then we're going to come into seated, moving very slowly. We'll be straightening out our legs for a moment in staff pose, a gentle shake of the knees, letting those knees sort of sigh a little bit because straddle is a deep stretch on the knee as well. And when ready, transitioning into butterfly pose. You can use your blocks here under your knees if you wish to help support your knees. And then finding that comfortable tight edge, it's just the beginning of discomfort. And as we hold this pose, we can drop more deeply into it. I'm going to start here. I'm almost on my forearms, being mindful to keep my head in alignment with my neck as much as possible versus dropping my head and creating a 90-degree angle. Continuing to breathe through the nose, deep into the belly, just behind the belly button. Exhaling through the nose, long, deep, cooling breaths. Passive hold, allowing the connective tissues and fascia to open up, be lubricated, moisturized. Slowly inhaling as we rise upward, extending the legs once again, gently shaking out the knees. And when ready, swinging the legs around to the back, coming onto our bellies to Sphinx pose. Again, working along the kidney meridian, encouraging essence and chi, ojas, regulating the flow of all energy in the body. Returning to your long, smooth breaths. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Allowing everything to slow down. Breathing. Your mind. Allowing your body and mind to become still. Beautiful. Palms are coming by your chest as you slowly push yourself up. We are transitioning into child's pose embryo, using a block for your forehead on the mat if you wish. Arms by the side, remembering that as you hold these poses for about 3.5 minutes, as the tissues start to open up, allow yourself to go deeper into the pose, allowing that connective tissue to just be nourished. Placing palms on the mat as you gently come upward, and we are going to walk forward on our mat just a tiny bit. Come back to seated, stretching out the legs in staff pose Dandasana just for a moment, shaking out the knees if you wish. And when ready, we're going to be coming into, for yin, this pose is called half dragonfly, but in a vinyasa or hatha, it's head to knee forward fold, Janu Shirsasana. So you may have done this in a hatha or vinyasa practice, but coming onto your forearms, finding your tight edge, using your breath to stay focused and still, moving beyond the muscle to the connective tissues, allowing those to be nourished by this passive longer hold. Slowly rising upward, transitioning to the other side, and when ready, folding forward. Slowly walking those palms forward as you return to upright, extending the leg, shaking it out. And when ready, scooching forward on your mat, reclining onto your back. We'll be coming into Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana. For yin, this is often called stirrup pose. So we'll be holding here. Again, a passive hold. In Happy Baby, you're not trying to push the feet down to move the knees closer to the mat. You're finding your edge of tightness and just holding there. And remembering to continue long, smooth breaths through the nose, deep into the belly, signaling to the nervous system that it can transition from fight or flight into rest and digest. Returning the feet to the mat, teeing our arms, and just doing some gentle windshield wipers back and forth. And when ready, transitioning into a double knee twist, whichever side you prefer to do first. If you wish to create a deeper yin stretch in the lumbar region, you want to bring your knees up towards your chest and you'll feel it in your lower back. So for those who sit a lot, it's often better to have their knees slightly higher just to work that lower back. Allowing your body to just feel heavy and melt into the mat. Teeing those arms once again, the soles of the feet return to the mat. You may want to windshield wiper a few times and then transition to the opposite side. Remembering that you can draw your knees closer to your chest to have a deeper yin stretch in the lumbar region of the lower back. Teeing those arms, once again, the soles of the feet return to the mats. Slowly windshield wipering the legs back and forth. And when ready, coming into Shavasana. Eyes may be closed if you wish. Continuing long, smooth breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the nose deep into the belly. If your mind starts to wander or jump, just bring awareness back to your breath as you allow yourself to deeply rest. Gently rolling onto your side for a few moments, drawing your knees up towards your chest. Gently returning to seated. Your spine is straight, tailbone to crown, palms are resting on your legs. Closing your eyes if you wish for a few more centering breaths. Bringing palms together in Anjali Mudra to the heart space, holding gratitude for this time and practice on our mats today. Hands in prayer up to the forehead, to the third eye chakra, embodying vitality in heart and mind. And so it is. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to practice this deep therapeutic yin with you today. Return to this practice as often as needed to feel better and to help balance your body so you can smoothly transition through perimenopause and menopause. Until we meet again on the mat, be well.